Hey YouTubers, good afternoon. This is the Roaming Prepper, doing my research like I normally do, and I'm going to keep this video short. My whole intent today is just to point out, as all of us see things evolving, pay attention to the geopolitics. And I've been guilty of it myself. Lately, we've been watching the Trump saga, the Biden saga, and this congressman said this, and this one wants to reprogram you, and the other one wants to bring a gun into Congress. And it's almost like watching what I read happened in Rome. The leaders saw Rome, the empire was coming apart. So they did the circus, the carnivals. They just distracted the populace with basically a lot of crap. And what I'm seeing now is a little bit concerning. Check your media sources. And I already posted a video on how to do research before you make a trip. I take that same video, those tips, and go look at what's going on. Right now, we have China making aggressive moves in the South China Sea and the South Pacific. Not a surprise there. But in the last 3 days, we've had multiple mainstream media, not just the fringy media, mainstream, bring up the possibilities and threats of EMP. And even MSNBC and Fox News both, which is rare, they both bring up the same headline, stating that Department of Defense is concerned that China and Russia are getting aggressive to a point that we could see, or there's a potential for limited nuclear exchanges in the event one becomes overly aggressive, which is kind of Cold War-ish, if you will. The truth of the matter is, Western Europe, the democracies across the world were scrambling and struggling with COVID and the shutdowns. There are riots in Europe right now. And actually, I was just reading on one of my many windows here that they have now riots in Moscow because the resistance spokesman, some guy who spoke up against Putin, just got thrown in jail. They've had curfews in Amsterdam, of all places. It's really weird. The problems are happening in places you normally don't see. Pay attention to the geopolitics. There are a few other mainstream preppers. I know Angry Prepper, Urban Prepper, a lot of these guys and girls had pointed out, hey, there was a famine in China late last year, late last year. So there are a lot of things that are going on that could affect us here at home. And so don't get fixated on the politics and the AOCs and the Pelosi's and the Trumps. And I know they're important and we do need to pay attention to that, but look at the bigger picture. Remember, before the communist revolution in Russia, there was a famine. There had been the Spanish flu, which did a lot to the society, what COVID did now. And there were a lot of issues that all hit at once. And it set up a situation ripe for instability. Now, there are always risks that we'll have instability here in the States. I'm more concerned about what will happen somewhere else that will affect us. Again, one report, Iran is closer to a nuke than anybody thought possible. If it's true or not, don't know. But the fact that multiple mainstream as well as fringe media sources are now all seeing the same thing, just pay attention, watch what's going on, continue to prep, continue to make ready. And again, collaborate. Preparedness is not just a one-person show. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. If nothing else, for those who don't like to talk about prepping because their family thinks you're being weird, tell them, you know what, after COVID, we should have 2 weeks of food, just in case. You'd be surprised how the just in case argument works really well. In any case, this is the Roaming Prepper. This is just a short blurb. I just want you guys and girls pay attention to what's going on in the geopolitical world outside of the US. There's a lot of stuff going on, famines, food shortages, riots in Europe. There was just a coup, an outright military coup in Myanmar. This is serious stuff. things can go sideways and could suck our troops in. For those of you who have military families, that should be an especially big concern. But more importantly, it could affect the United States as well, availability of products, and who knows, even the outside possibilities someone may do something to the country as a whole. Pay attention, continue to prep, and if you're on the road, Godspeed, and to everybody, be safe, be ready, and watch what's going on. There's a lot of moving parts, and we need to all pay attention. I normally don't do a live stream. Today was kind of an exception. It was bugging the heck out of me. I wanted to throw it out there. There are a lot of good preppers out there who you can watch and get other insights. So I encourage you, explore and start subscribing to some of us. It helps us individually, but it also helps spread the word. And well, on that note, you guys take care and be safe. Godspeed.